I think we're on. That's it. We're live. We're alive. We're live. Gosh. Sorry about that. Hi, guys. How's everybody doing? This is going to be a live Tuesday night chat. We're going to probably do a cat tag and a game. So if you're watching this um, at a later time, I'll be talking to the chat people, and if you're watching it at a later time, you can speed through and zip through the slow parts until you get to the parts that you like. So I'm going to be talking to all of the people in my chat room. Giovanna and Holly and Lisa. Oh, good, Lisa. Don't leave, Lisa. Stay. Look what I finished. Lisa, 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 looky, looky. Looky what I finished. It's a little overflowing. I'm going to show it off tonight before I send it to you. I'm going to show it off. How do I get that off? My camera is on. I don't know how to get it. Oh, I can get it just been off. Okay. I never had that happen before. My camera was on. So, hello everybody coming in. Hi Violet. Oh good. Oh good. I was going to say if you don't want to see it then you can close your eyes, but I'm going to brag about it before I send it to you. Cuz I love it. I love it. I was just glued these on just 5 minutes ago. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted. I'm addicted to it. I love it. But looky there. You got you a real sand dollar right there. That's not real. It's pottery. It's a pottery sand dollar that I made. So that's for Lisa. So I'm going to do a quick flip through and while we're waiting on everybody to come in. So you are the five faithful that get to watch. Yes, it's very chunky, but some of the stuff she gets to take out after she receives it. Some of the things that are going to come out, and it will shut, almost shut, close. It's not too, but it's chunky because some of these things are she's going to take out when she gets it. So, so just to let you know, and Lisa, I wanted to um, make you something that you could actually use in your studio, something that just would not sit on the shelf and collect dust. It's going to look good on the shelf. It's going to look really, really good. It's going to look real nice. I made just some really pretty beach glass bling dangles. And it's going to look good on the shelf, but I think that you're going to also be able to use it. Hi, Mitzi. Um, I've made it specifically for cards. So every month, I've got all of the months in here from January to December. Okay, and every behind every month is a pocket to put some cards in. So it'll be something that you can use, maybe, help you sort your cards out and get them organized, and then you can go to that month and you'll know which ones to mail or whatever you got to do. So I'm hoping that you can do this by the month. And so anyway, I'm going to start right here. And I felted this online uh, in front of everybody. I felted these little seahorses. Yes, it is. It's something that's just not going to create dust. You're going to be able to use it in your studio or in your house, wherever you want to put it, by your bed. It doesn't matter. But there's a little seahorse, and you can hang him up anywhere you want. He's real thin. And then I made you a little mermaid doll. And I found her on another YouTube show. I can't remember who made her. Um, but I found her, I did it with another girl online. And she's made out of all of the paper that you sent me. I tried to use just about everything that you and Becky sent me. Um, uh, Sharon Lombard sent me a bunch of stuff. Violet, I think, sent me a few little things. Or it was either that or Violet had a fish on the back of her envelope that I used. It was something like that. And Mary Ann Powell sent me an envelope with some uh, ads. They were summertime ads with summertime dishes and shells and things on the plates and things, and I was able to cut them out and use them within the book. So, and then Barb Filion sent you something in here special, and it's tucked in. And but just to let you know that there's a lot of girls that have their hands in this. And then you sent me a little ACT card from a little gal named L.A. Richard. You sent me her uh, an ACT card that she made. It was in all of your things. And you sent me a whole lot of little starfish and shells and doodads and things. And I made up um, a another card that I used Richards for inspiration, and I made up my own little seaside cards and as an ACT for you. So I put them both back here because I wanted you to see, where I got everything from. Um, I was inspired by a lot of people, and it took me about 3 tries to um, get this book the way I wanted it. And I finally, after the third try, 3 times the charms, I finally got into the book and I got what I wanted. But but I just had to. Once I found my mojo, I got it. But there's a lot of postcards in here. I found some postcards at the secondhand store, and it's sort of, is the theme. It's all nautical theme, and so you'll have a lot of postcards to play with if you want to use them, or whatever you want to do. Cut them up. You can do anything you want. It's all yours. But there's a lot of little note cards, and like here's a cruise. It was nautical. It was a cruise that my mom went on when she went on vacation, like in the 70s or 80s. And I said, well, that'll work. And there's some paper, like grocery list papers, and all nautical things, all beachy related, tucked in. So you'll have lots of little things. I'm not going to pull everything out, but that's just your teaser. That's a teaser there. And I have quite a bit of washi tape in here that you can remove when you get the book. I have them in there to hold everything in so that it doesn't fly out when I mail it to you. So that's just to let you know. I got things washi taped down for a reason. But anyway, this is a Beth Moore book that I deconstructed, and I left the title page in here because I think that you have one of the voices of the faithful. That's what you that's how you are represented to me. That's what I think of. I think of you when I saw that. And I said I knew that this was your book. So that's dedicated to you, and I wrote a little note. But as you can see, there's just a lot of wallpaper. There's some playing cards that have sea things on them. And this ribbon came from Sharon Lombard, and I can tell where some of this stuff has come from. And I think you sent me some of these things, mermaids. And I have a lot of stamps, and I've stamped a lot of animals and everything because you see all these things by the beach and on the seashore. So I thought this was really cute. I think you might have sent this to me. I can't remember. That it says be content with your natural beauty. Drink plenty of water. I don't know where I got that at. I don't know if it was you or if I found it, but I thought it was kind of funny. So we like to laugh, and I know you like to laugh too. So hello everybody coming in. I'm doing a little flip through this mermaid journal beachy book that I made for Lisa and Michelle. Okay, Michelle's daughter's going to play with the game. That's great. Hi, Mark. Welcome, Mark. And hello to everybody I haven't said hello to. Sean is in the house. Um, uh, I just started doing this little flip through for Lisa. I'm going to mail her this book tomorrow. Yeah, it's going in the mail. I'm done. I can't get another thing in it. It's so fat. And I'm going to move along really quick. So anyway, there was a lot of stamp and and you sent me a lot of these things between you and Becky. This was out of a calendar, and you sent me some mermaid quotes and things, and I uh, I put a little bit of blue paint on it and put it on blue paper. So a lot of the cards are even nautical. So I thought they just fit in with the book, so I just kept it going. I kept it going. And there's some more paper, what I call scratch paper, you can use. And there's room. You can add some paper if you need to make some notes for each month or something. If you want to make a list of your birthday people for the month or something, you could easily tack in some more paper. And just lots of little things, lots of little things. And here's a little paper clip with the boat on it. I think I'm out of focus. There it goes. It's back. So, but that's it. It's just a real fun, cute little book, and I love decorating and putting some little bling blings in there. And this is a pin topper for one of your glue bottles. You can put this on one of your glue bottles, so you won't lose your pen from your glue. And I think you already have one, but I'm sure you got more than one bottle of glue. This was from Barb. Barb made you a tag and mailed this to me about 3 months ago, and I kept it and saved it. So you've got a lot of love in this little book. A lot of love. And here's some art words that you can use in your when we do pick tens. And here's a real cute card. And it says, "Gosh, we look good." I had to put that in. Just something fun, and there's a little something something there. But that doesn't have your name on it, Lisa. No, it doesn't. Let's see if I can show you the name. There's a little name on the tag. That goes to somebody else we know. It could be Lisa. So anyway, I put some things that I've made, and I don't even know when I made it. It was probably back in 17, but but I thought it was nautical looking. So it was blue. If it had blue on it, it went in the book. And here's another playing card that's really cute. And there's another poem that I had. I had a poem. So I did it. I did one of those pages. Oh, and I found this, and I don't think this one's in there, so I'm going to have to put this in here somewhere. This is a little ACT card. It says, "Seize the day if it would focus." It's not going to focus. There it goes. But it's just a little card, and just the same. A lot of the same things, but there's a lot of different type of items in here. That there's another postcard, and they're good. You can use them. So you'll enjoy it. And here's some artists. And I just got this at the library at the Habit secondhand store Habitat, and it's about a felon named R.L. Lewis, and I believe he's still alive, and he's a Floridian artist. And there was a book of his, and it had so many beautiful pictures in it that it just went right with your theme. So I had to put it in. So, and this is a Monet, out of a Monet artist book. Hi guys, coming in. I'm doing this quick little flip through, and that's a Helen Keller quote on a card. A lot of nice little things. It's cute, cute, cute. So I had a lot of fun doing it. I had a lot of fun collecting for it. Um, I put a few little things that I've made that I thought would be cute. And you can open that up and find a little bit of bling in there. And this is a card that I made with a Stampin' Up group that I was in at one time, and we made these little cards one time in a class. So you'll get this one. You'll just have fun. That's all there is to it. You'll have lots of fun. And you can take all this washi tape off after you get it. I just had it down to keep it stable while it gets shipped. This is a piece of wallpaper, and I have a picture of. I know where you live. I know where you live now. You live right there. She lives right in that little corner right there. I Googled your address. I wanted to make sure I had a picture of the map, but I didn't want you being over here off the map. I wanted you to be on the map. So there's some more poems that you had sent me, and some more note paper, and even something I made. This is some of my homemade paper. So you get that. And that's about the same, same things over and over, but they're all different. Everything's different in here. There's nothing, there's very few things that are doubled up except maybe some of the stamps. But everything is very spread out. Napkins. I've got some napkins, some more tags, and some more papers, some more words for your. This is a Monet painting out of an art book that I found. And I'm thinking that was a card of some sort. Uh, I can't remember where that one came from. Somebody gave it to me to use, probably you. And some more postcards, more mermaids, some more flowers. We all need our vitamins. That's one of my favorite vitamins right there. Vitamin C, SEA. How's it look? Is there going to be room for both? Yeah. Joe's installing my cabinets as we speak. He's I got 2 new cabinets to put in. I took the couch out. Here's another one of those pictures from that R.L. Lewis guy. And this came out of a scrapbooking magazine that I had. Another napkin. And another poem by Moby Dick from the Moby Dick book that you sent me. And some more, I put a few tags in there that I made. And just some really cute little, anything cute that I could find to put in it, I put it in there. It was cute. It went in. So you'll have fun, and you get to do anything you want to it. You can cut it up. You can give it away. You can play with it, and if you want to pass it on, pass it on. I don't mind at all. I won't mind a bit. There's some extra pages in the back of the original book, and you can use that to make some notes in it if you want. And just some cute little things. See, I'm still gluing on it. Put a little bit more glue on it. And I made this from another video art channel that I used to watch. And she lives up in Illinois, this girl did. I can't remember her name. But we made these things one time. And so I'm giving you one of them. I have more than one. So I share. And that's the end. The end. I had this one back here. There is more room. So so there's your mermaid book. And there's a big ribbon here to tie a bow in it to secure it. So I know you'll enjoy it and have fun with it, Lisa. So I'll be boxing it up tomorrow, getting it out in the mail for you. Okay, so how's everybody there? She's going to keep it. It is very cute. I had a fun time making it, and I love it. I loved it. So there. So how's everybody doing? My table's cleaned off. I think I've caught up on all my to-do list things. And the last thing we get to do here is do a final flip. Not really sore. I'm just ready to move on to the next project. We finished 26 cat tags, and they're all in here. And I thought, well, maybe we'll do one more flip. And I said I was going to start doing some pet tags. So I guess we can start with a pet tag tonight. And this is the napkin that we used for all 26, 23 tags. And then I guess I need to put another napkin tag with the beachy ones on it, which I can do. I've got one of those napkins here. This one here, I will take and put this on a tag, because this makes 23 on these two, and then the 3 more is 26, and that's the whole alphabet. So that has to go on a tag, and we'll put it in the front too. So here we go. This is what we've been working on, and I lost count on the date wise. I bet you we've been doing it for 2 months. So I'd have to go back and look at the videos to find out when we first started doing it. Yep, the beach is appropriate. So, oh, Holly's sore and tired because I asked you how you were, honey. Well, uh, sore and tired. Well, you must have cut the grass or something. What have you been doing, Holly? Hi, Sherry. Hi, Colleen. Hi, everybody. I know I've missed half of y'all. Janet's here, and a few more I know are out there watching. And so I'm going to do a flip through this cat tag and see, and if there's anything that you think I need to do to anything, try to speak up. I'll try to go slow so I can do it. Oh, Janet had a little journal. You're welcome so much. Wasn't it cute? It was. I had fun with Janet. I made Janet a mini beach book. It was a mini size. It wasn't as big as Lisa's. And Janet has been with me for over 3 months, helping me with my stream and starting me out. And uh, I've got 292 subscribers. And I think I started it was the very last day of the month of May when I first started, or March. So it was April, May, and June. Just really 3 months is all I've been streaming. And I've got 292 subscribers. I've got over 100 members in my Facebook group, and I'm very happy with that. I'm happy with all of you all. I think it's been fun, and I am tickled to death that we're together. So anyway, I'm going to do a quick flip through this hat tag. You all know how much I appreciate all of y'all. So this is Miss Abby. If you think that anybody needs anything, another outline or another something, a sparkle or something, let me know, and we'll go over it, and maybe we'll do something to them. We can tweak them. So there's Miss Abby. She's cute. And here we have Mrs. Bernice. She's the Phibbsville librarian. She could be the Phibbsville librarian, girls. And you know I'm going to have to do it. I got to do it. Shh, no talking. This is the library. I have to. I have to do it. I have to do it. But she has a key to all the doors in the library. And there's Callie, Cutie Pie Callie Ann. Yes, we do, Nancy. We do seem to hang out together, don't we? Callie Ann's pretty. And there's Miss Eva Elizabeth. And we did have somebody in here named Eva, but I haven't seen her for a while. We kind of named her after her. And we do have Nancy Natasha. We got a Nancy cat in here named after Nancy. And Miss Fanny Farmer, and Fanny was named after Holly's puppy, Holly had a puppy that passed away, and so in dedication, we carried the name on to the kitty cat, Fanny Farmer, and she has a pet mouse. And here we have Goldie Ginger. You watch a lot, but not always where we can chat together. I know what you mean, Nancy. Yeah. Um, I went and watched Maggie Loxley today. Um, she lives in New Zealand, and she has been in one of my live streams before, but I knew her before I ever did live streams, and she's starting to do some live streaming now. But there is a big time change in the time zones. It's about 11 o'clock over there now, and she may pop in and she may not. She may go to bed. She was up at 3 o'clock this morning because she couldn't sleep, and she was doing a craft show. She says I couldn't sleep, so she got online. Bless her heart. And here's Henry, and he has a big story to tell. We started out. Henry started out to be the alpha, and he ended up being in the alpha mega sorority club at the college, and he turned into a cheerleader, and uh, and he kind of had a sex change surgery because this used to be Alpha. He used to be named Alpha, and he used to be the A after we got Abby. And the reason why is I didn't realize until about this time that the the napkins, the cats on the napkins were already alphabetized, and I hadn't recognized that until much later in the cat tag process. So we switched and made Abby, and we turned Alpha into Henry, and so he became Henry Hunter, and he had an award in the Alpha Beta Club. They gave him a megaphone award uh, as a cheerleader, as one of the best cheerleaders they've ever had. So he got a megaphone, and he got a new necklace. And he turned out to be cute. He's real cute. Then we have Isabella. So now you know the whole story. Joyce, yes. Oh, it was your baby. I'm sorry. I said it was Holly's, didn't I? I'm sorry, Joyce. It was your baby. Yes, yes. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Yeah. Joyce is the one who had a puppy that passed away named Fanny, and so we dedicated the cat to cat name and passed it on. So Isabella turned out to be a princess. She's got a crown on her head. And we tried to imitate the napkins as close as we could. See, this is Isabella, and then this was the napkin that we took her from the picture. So you can sort of see that we tried to imitate, but we put our own characteristics on her, made it our own. But we used the napkin as our inspiration. And this turned into Super Jasmine, and she got a cape. And I should try to find her, Suzanne. You're right. I should try to find her. Her name is Carolyn Gavin, and I've said her name several times. Um, that Carolyn Gavin is the lady that had her name on the napkin, and we've given her credit, and we've used her napkin as inspiration to make our tags, and it has turned into the most fantastic art project I think we could have ever even imagined to do. And it just kind of happened. Yeah, I should try to find her and tell her to watch the cat tag flip. But she was definitely our inspiration. And so here's Kevin, and I thought something on this tag. I think it would be cute if we made the fish in a bubble and put the carrot to his thoughts, and make the fish in a bubble, a bubble cloud, and then give him the thoughts. I thought that would be cute because he's thinking about that fish. I know. The stories sort of evolved. And Joe named this cat because he said that we had more girls than boys, and we do. But that's because there's more girls than boys in the room. If Mark would come on in more often, he could help name us some of these cats. But that's okay. And he is from the Cougar family, and we received a Cougar card from Violet, and she sent me this in some Happy Mail, and he just sort of looks like Kevin, so we said he was an ancestor. And then we have Miss Lulu, and we ended up dressing her in some lace, and made her real fancy. And she has an admirer named Max, and he wears Lulu around his neck, and that's a picture of Lulu on his collar. So we went all out on the jewelry and the furnishings for all of these cats. We didn't hold back on anything. We felt we used everything we could find. And Here's Nancy Natasha, and she has a beautiful mane on the front of her, and that's the way it was in the tag in the napkin. See, she has a beautiful mane on her, and she's a Norwegian forest cat, is the title of this cat. And I thought we matched her up very nicely with her mane, and this was an accident on how it happened. So it just it was just meant to be. It was just meant to be. Oh, thank you, Holly. She has a YouTube channel. Okay. Well, I'll go over and I'll do that. I'll put that on my to-do list to go see Carolyn. I will. I'll put that on my to-do list. I need to start following up on a few things. Go see Carolyn. Okay, I'll do it. So we've had a lot of fun making these. And here's Miss Olivia, and she was just an Oriental short hair. And here's her napkin photo. And then here she is here. So I think we did them. We tried to stay as close as we could to their looks. Janet's got to go cook dinner. Okay. So, and then here's Pixie Bob, and she I thought I had. I'll have to look for her picture. Yeah, here's Pixie Bob, and she had this kind of a winter sweater on, and it was red and white. Well, I found this polka dot um, um, scrapbooking paper, and I put that on her for her sweater. Well, we decided that it looked more like a onesie than a sweater, a Christmas sweater. So we decided that she was in her PJs. And so we gave her a lot of bows, and we pixied her up. And she is a pixie bob cat, and that's the type of cat that she is. And I I still tried to give her the looks in her on her face, the stripes on her forehead and the stripes on her tail and the pink in her uh or the and we dressed her up. But she's got the stripes on the top of her head and the stripes in the tail, just like in the napkin. But we did our own little twist on her outfit. And as we made her, everybody in the chat room said, "Do this, do that, or try this, or look for this, or you know." And we ended up fixing her up, and I found a little teddy bear charm that I thought, she needed a teddy bear. Somebody said she needs something to hold, or a pillow or something, a blankie. And we ended up I found the teddy bear, so that got put on the card. So and then this cat paper, I think it was donated to me by Holly. And so we got to use it in the book, and just lots of different little details. But she's got a paw print charm and a bell. She a little bell, a bell. You can hear her coming and going. Hi, Teresa. So that's that one. And then we have Queen Cutie Pie, and she came off of this napkin. And there were three, and there were three alphabets that were not on the napkin, and it was this one, and this one, and so I was missing Q, X, and Z. So that's who these three cats became, and so they got put in to finish the alphabet. So this was turned into Queen Cutie Pie, and we had a lot of fun making her and decorating her. And I found some flip flops and a beach ball in some papers that I had. So I can continue to keep adding to her. And she's got her Q on her necklace for her letter, for her name. And then here's Ryan Riley, and he turned out to be a Russian blue, and here's his picture, and then here he is here. So I really tried to imitate them as much as I could, uh, with our own artist twist on it. So anyway, there's Ryan Rowley, and then we have Mr. Scotty, and here is the Scotty cat, and it's a Scottish fold. So we named him Sir Scotty, and gave him a British royal uh, sachet across him. And we ended up doing that at a different time. So it's good that we can continue to work on him if we want. But he turned out really cute. And then we have the Tucker, and Tucker is a black and white cat, and it's a Turkish Angora cat is the real title to the cat, and he looks like he has a face on his on a vest. He looks like he might have a vest, and I don't know if that's just a spot of hair or if that's meant to be some sort of, don't know, but it looks like a little face. So we thought that he had a vest on, and we chose to put a picture on there, and I just so happened to have this little picture, and this was from a address label. Cut my name off of it and kept the cat. But this is the type of cat that the Turkish Angora is, the black and white cat. So that got put on his shirt. And it's a, he's kind of, I think he likes himself, and he has a picture of his kind on his shirt. And he just evolved. And I found this wallpaper that was black and white, and I just incorporated it into the cat tag. So that's how he kind of happened. And then this cat is was a Ursula cat, and she had a sweater on, and for some reason we got into the pink that night. So we ended up having her on this brown cardstock, and we decided to put a stencil on the background. And then that was the day I went to the secondhand store, and I found my pink bingo dauber. And we just decided that Ursula was a royalty type name, and so we gave her a headband and a real silver beads out of my bead collection, and we ended up glittering her up. So she got switched around, but we blinged her up that day, and it was so much fun to do that. She was really fun to make. This was really fun, and we found a button, and we found the glitter. Somebody sent me some of this glitter ribbon in some Happy Mail, and it just kind of snowballed into a pink. So, so that's how Ursula evolved. And then we have Vanna, and Vanna is a Van Kedis, Kedisi, Kessie, and a type of cat. So I kind of did real good with the shape of her, and we decided she looked more like a Vanna, because the next one is white. There was Van, and then there was White, and we thought of Vanna White, and who is the co-star on Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so anyway, I got the shape real good, and I put the pink around her neck, and we decided to put a cancer survivor pink necklace on her. And so she's got the pink, donning the pink beads. So she turned out real cute. So we named her Vanna. And then we do have Miss White. And we kind of got carried away with her too. She was a flower child, as you can see. And we ended up giving her her flowers in her hair, and I had that ribbon, so it worked perfectly. And then I found this lace that I had just gotten at the secondhand store, and we decided to put that on her for some reason that matched. And then we decided that she turned out to be Lacey White, and we decided to put the pearls on her. And we found this little cat button, and we decided that, well, she's got a little Bubba. So we named him Bubba. So that was the story on Lacey White and Bubba. And then we have Malcolm X, who turned out to be the X, and he's a cool cat hanging out on the beach. And he got a kite. He got some little cat beads. They're kind of like flat back beads. They're not buttons, but they're beads. They're just flat backs. So they're hanging off of his umbrella, and he got a little bit of glitter in the sun with the kite, and he got a beach ball, and he was writing in the sand. So he He wrote love in the sand. Hi, Vicky. We're doing our final flip through of the cat tags. We're done with the tags. So this was X, Y, and this was one of my favorites. We did him last week, and he turned out to be Yancey Yorkster the third, and he was an artist from Paris. And as you can see, one of his latest artistry is on the easel. And it just sort of happened. I had the stencil, I had the punch, and it sort of, they said green, and the green went on. So that was Yancey, and there's his paintbrush. And we made his paintbrush out of a toothpick. So yeah, I put a little bit of glitter glue around his collar, and so he shines a little bit. And then last but not least, we have Mr. Zipper, and he is our surfer dude. And he's our last cat. We did him earlier in the book. We've had him. He's been around a while, and he's an old soul, and he surfs a lot, and he's having his little fish snacks. So that's the it of the alphabet cat tags. And this has to go in the back. This was my I put them all in order to keep them straight. It was very confusing at times. So there you go. There's our tag. And I'm going to put this on a napkin on a tag, and so we'll have a copy of it. And this cat was done by a Betsy Cavallo, and I should give her credit too, because we did imitate her tags, her cats off of her napkin as well. And I found this napkin at Tuesday morning, and this napkin has been on Etsy, and it's been in the Amazon. If anybody is interested in these cat napkins, and I do have a package of these, and so, and then somebody in my Facebook group decided they were going to post their cat. And this was posted by one of our members. Her name's Jennifer Ann. And this was her son's cat. And his name is King Tut. And he was sitting up against the wall in the corner, sitting up like this. So I thought we would try to do him tonight if you all want to. And we are going to play a game, an art game. So no, Vicky, you're not boring everyone. You know you're not. You're not boring everyone. You just do your thing. You just art away. I didn't get to come in tonight. I had some other obligations to do. I took my mama dinner, and and fixed Joe his dinner, and I just had a busy day. I was been over to my mom's a couple times. But anyway, um, so if you want, we can go straight into our game, or we can do this cat tag. That's okay, Teresa. You can chat. Now, just to let you all know, there's 24 in the room, and Miss Artful Sassy Studios has a channel. Vicki Ross has a channel. Who else has a channel? Anybody else? If you have a channel, speak up. You all need to click on their little faces and and subscribe to their channel so you'll know when they're streaming. I watch both of those girls, and they're very, very good. Both of them are very, very good. You all of y'all would enjoy their arts and crafts. Art Miss Artful Sassy Studios is Miss Sassy Pants, Teresa. And she is a lovely, lovely, fun girl to do. She does all kinds of arts and crafts, all kinds of different styles of things. She'll paint, she'll do glue things. She tries out different products, and Vicki Ross, she does a lot of um oils, chalk, watercolors, and encaustics, uh, the artwork. And if you're interested in any of those four things majorly, and she does mixed media as well, but she does have a specialty in those four items for sure as a favorites. So I've seen her do chalk, and I've seen her do watercolors, and a little bit of oil. I think you did some oils one day, a little bit, but and she's going to one of these days she's going to get her encaustics out, which is her wax, and do some wax encaustics for us. And when she does, I'm going to be ready to do it along with her. I've got I've got a few encaustic supplies. You're welcome, Teresa. Um, right now, Joe is in the middle of putting two wardrobes in my art room as we speak. One of them is in here already. They're kitchen. They're like the white kitchen cabinets at Home Depot, and there's a wide door. Then there's a skinny door, and They're calling it a wardrobe, and they're calling it. You can use them as a wardrobe with hangers to hang clothing in, but I'm not going to hang anything. I'm putting box in. Would you like to do the game? Okay. And I think Michelle said her daughter was going to play along with us tonight. Yay! We're family friendly. Okay, Holly, we'll do the game tonight. I think we need a break, and I'll explain the game. But I do want to do a few of our pets, and I might double up on them and get them started, and then maybe finish them up online with you guys. But what you need is a piece of paper. What you need is a clean piece of paper to do some artwork in. This is some of the things that we've done. I'm going to get my sticks out, and we'll pull, and on my sticks, we have, okay, Teresa's being funny. You need a channel, should call it Queen Dalton's Pussycat Pavilion. Well, no, we'll do something else next, Teresa. We're not going to do that. But anyway, the game is played with prompts, and I've got all of my prompts on these sticks, and they're color coded for different sections and different kinds of prompts. And we usually play with about 8, and then I pull a couple of more for alternatives. Oh, okay. In a few weeks, Vicki, that'll be great. I'll be looking for that. And I just found rosemary just this last week. I didn't know about rosemary, and so I do now, and I've subscribed to her. Yes. Hi, Barb. Barb, you'll have to watch the video from the beginning later. And I did a flip through on Lisa's mermaid book. So you'll have to go back and watch it. So anyway, we're going to get a couple of each of these. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'll do 10. We can get some more out if we need to. And I stack them up kind of like that. And if you are ready, all you need is a clean piece of paper, and I'm going to call off the prompts. And if you don't have that prompt, say something, and we'll try to help you with an alternative. And if you don't like that prompt, we do have 2 alternates here, and we can have more if I can pull out some more. Okay? So here's my blank piece of paper. And here is our first prompt, and it's yellow and green. So you can use yellow paint, green paint, yellow paper, anything yellow and green, markers. You can use anything that has yellow and green in it. And since I have a blank piece of paper, I'm going to put a little bit of yellow and green paint. And I'm going to try to keep it light because I'm real good about putting too much. I'm real good about that. So I'm going to try to keep it light. Like that. And I'm going to use a credit card to spread my paint out, and you'd be surprised, it spreads it out and it dries it real fast. Just going to be abstract a little bit here. There we go. And the fun thing about these prompt games is, you look at this and you think, oh, this is not anything, but by the time you get done, you'll have an art page, and it'll be full. They'll have lots of things on it, and you'll see as you do your art page how it comes along. Here's one. I know this was painting along with Shauna. Is Shauna still in here? Shauna was in the room earlier. I painted this along with her. This was one of Shauna's artwork. There she is. If you haven't subscribed to Shauna, she has a channel. Mark Myers in the house, and Mark has a channel. He does videos. So please speak up if you do videos so that everybody can click on you. Do you remember doing this one, Shauna? This was before you moved home. I love it. This was in February. I got it dated February the 25th. This was a prompt game. This is one of my pick 8s, and this was done in April. That's one of my paintings that I've done. Acrylic paintings. Okay. And when everybody's ready, they'll start saying ready, ready, ready. And I will pick another prompt. You figured it out. Good. Okay. Oh, good, Emma. Hi, Emma. Help me craft. I don't know you. Hi, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Do you have a channel, Emma? I bet you do. I bet Emma's got a channel. I don't. We'll have to all subscribe to your channel. We're doing a game right now. There you go, Emma. Irma. I'm sorry, Irma. I can't see small print. I can't see the small print, Irma. But welcome. We're playing a prompt game if you want to play. We've just started. We've put down yellow and green as the first prompt. Play along with us. Yep, green and yellow was the first prompt. And this second prompt is called deli or wax paper. Deli or wax paper. Let's see, I happen to have some wax paper here. We can make something with this. Hog chat. Who's hog chatting? Teresa's hog chatting. Oh, I've never heard of that before. Yeah, Lisa is doing a de-stash. She's cleaning her studio up so that she can use it. And she has so much stuff. She is doing a de-stash. And a lot of her de-stash is she's got them like in packets of things that she's getting rid of. And the only thing it costs you is shipping and handling. If you want to give her a love donation, she'll take a love donation. But please check out Lisa's channel. She's got several D-Stash videos going on. So if I haven't said your channel, uh, please mention that you have a channel if I haven't already said it. We have Vicki Ross. We have Teresa at Artful Sassy Studios. Shauna Muinson, and she has a channel. Vicki Ross has a channel. Lisa My Electric Life has a channel. So please be sure and click on their faces. Dawn Creates. Hi, Dawn Creates. Dawn Creates has a video, a channel too. So click on Dawn Creates. We just started, Dawn. You have time to catch up. I'm doing green and yellow first, and wax paper second. Get your paper out. I just cut me out a whole bunch of wax paper flowers. Perfect. Just enough. Curly's in the house. We're doing a game, Curly. Come on. Get you a piece of paper and play along. We did yellow and green first as our first prompt, and then wax paper second. Dawn is hosting Christmas in July. Well, be sure it's you. Are you doing? What are you going to do, Dawn? You going to make some Christmas stuff? Are you going to have a sale, or what's going on? Tell us about it. Tell us more. Thank you, Mark. Okay, okay. Norma's going to watch. That's fine. You can be referee. Yeah, YouTube does that every now and then. So, okay, Suzanne's ready. I'm going to move on. It says it's going to be a collaboration, Dawn. And she says you make your own cards or crafts or whatever you want to make. And then you post your video on each Saturday of the month. Have some themes posted. Okay, Dawn. It's going to be on Saturdays. Okay. That's fine, Norma. You can work and lurk. No problem. I'm going to go ahead and pick another prompt. And if you're not ready, hi, Tanya. If you're not ready, write it down. We just started playing a prompt game if you want to play, Tanya. The first one was yellow and green, and the second one was wax paper. And the third one is pencils. Any kind of pencil. Colored pencils, ink tints pencils, chalk pencils, just number two pencils. Pencils. And I do have some ink tints pencils I'm going to try. And if you haven't used ink tints pencils, this is how it's spelled, ink tints. And they are watercolor pencils. They're specialty pencils. They're not just like any other kind of watercolor. Their lead is made up of pigment. And after you, um, I've been looking for that pen. Found it. After you draw with these pencils, you get to take a water brush and go over top of the pencil, and it turns it to watercolor. So it's pigment. And I got a little bit of water right here. I got a pipette. And if you don't have a pipette in your art studio, I recommend getting you some. You can find them at the art stores, and they're great for a little bit of water. If you need a little bit of water in your paint or in your water brush, they're just handy to have around. I use my little pipette all the time, and you can use it to uh, add water to your watercolors if you're getting ready to paint, and you don't have to go and get a glass of water. Use your pipettes. They're handy. So, what shall I do with my pencils? I'm going to try drawing around my wax paper flowers and see if I can't get them to shine up a little bit. Can't really see them. Let's try another one. And one more. Now you get to watch me use my water brush and demo the colors, how it works. I'm going to see if I can't do it real close so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just barely going over the line with the water brush, and it activates the pigment in the pencil, and it sort of smears it a little bit as soon as I get some water coming out. There we go. And you can see it moves the pigment. It moves it. They're very fun. They're more expensive than a colored pencil because it's a different product, but they're really nice, and they really, I mean, look how much more that has popped out. Here's another red one down here, and look at the difference. It really makes it pop. Oh, Vicky says they're technically ink and are permanent when dry. Yes. Once you wet an Inktense pencil, once you wet it and then dry, it's supposed to be permanent after that. And I didn't realize that it was dried ink in a pencil form. But I knew that it was some sort of pigment, something strong, and it was activated with the water pencil. So that's good to know. So, but Inktense pencils, and they sell them. I don't particularly have this. These are Prismacolors, and I got mine when I got my Prisma pencils. Um, Dee Dee Willingham enabled me to get me some Prisma colored pencils. She loves her Prisma pencils, and that's all she buys. She does have lots of other pencil sets, but these are her go-to everyday pencils. And I got a beginner set that had a variety of pencils in it. There was the watercolor pencils, and there was the ones that were uh, the hard lead ones, and they have a different name to them. They're the hard lead pencils. I got some of those, and I can't remember what else was in my. It was like a student package of Prismacolors, and but I really love my Inktense pencils, and I'm glad I get to use them today. So I'll get busy and quit yakking. And you can get some Rider. They're called uh, all Rider ink pens, and they are ink that are activated with water as well. And after you activate them with the water, they dry permanent. Oh, Tanya, Dawn Dawn H Creates is going to be doing Christmas in July, and on Saturdays there's going to be a group of people that are going to be doing videos, and they're going to be making things. But Dawn can tell you. There she goes. She's going to host Christmas in July for 4 Saturdays in the month of July. Okay. After green and yellow prompts is wax paper or deli paper, and then pencils. For those of you all just turning in, we got started on our game early today. Yes, Holly, there are a lot of enablers around these parts. We support each other. Okay. We had a space launch go off last night at 2:30 in the morning at the Space Canaveral, Kennedy Space Canaveral in uh, Titusville, Florida. It was a success. It woke me up. I'm about an hour away from the launch pad, and and I knew it was going to go off. But we went on to bed. It was 1 o'clock when I went to bed, and and I heard the rumbling, and it rattles our windows in the house. It does. And and by the time I got outside, I was looking for it. I can see it from my driveway, and so I was looking for it and couldn't see it. Didn't see it, and it was pitch black. And then all of a sudden, here come two flames coming back into the atmosphere, and those were the two side jet rockets that were returning back to base. And it takes about 2.5 minutes for the sound to get from the Space Canaveral back to my house. That's how long it takes to get the sound because light is faster than sound. So it's pretty exciting. Well, that's all I can do on this. Okay. Yeah, it's a SpaceX. Oh, thanks, Holly. You going to write them down for me? Thank you, Holly. Yeah, it is cool. Um, it's just amazing, amazing that we're going in and out of the atmosphere so much now. I mean, so much is going on, and with the space lab up there, and they're living up there, and it's just amazing, just amazing. Yeah. Oh, it woke me up. It was a big one. I don't know what they were taking up, but they were taking a big one up there. They have to send up supplies to the space lab. They got to eat. Hi, Barry Ward. Now, Barry, we are an art channel, and you're welcome to stay, but we don't have any shenanigans going on in here, okay? So if you want to play, do some arts and crafts with us, we will allow you to stay. Yeah, we're doing the game, Becky. Hi, Becky. We just started. If you want to catch up, I'll go slow. So Barry doesn't have any videos on his thing. He has some subscribers, but he doesn't have anything on his channel. So we're very leery of people coming in and disrupting our life. We don't want any disruption, okay, Barry? So you have to be nice. Oh, do you have 3 videos? I didn't see any. Yeah. Okay, great. Do you like to record? What kind of subjects do you record? There's none on your channel. But that's great. That's wonderful, Barry. Becky, we'll wait on you. It's yellow and green, daily or wax paper, and pencils. And here's what I've done. If you like to do artwork, we'd love for you to play and do some art with us. Get you a piece of paper and you can join in. So yeah, that was interesting to watch the rocket go up. And the next prompt, and if you're not ready, you can write it down. But the next one is that's 3 prompts, yeah. Yellow and green, deli or wax, pencils, and then the next one is recycle something. And if you recycle something out of your garbage can, it has to be clean. Clean. Depend. Well, yeah, I have, Teresa, but it's not to pull my hair. It's to pull somebody else's hair. Teresa's having a bad day. I'm going to recycle something. Let's see what I can find to recycle. I have this here that I punched out butterflies in, and instead of throwing this away, I'm going to recycle it. Sherry, Sherry, you got the right idea. Sherry has days like that, and she sees a doctor for it. I take medication for mine. So I'm going to recycle these butterflies. It's the negative punch of the butterflies. and they'll go right nicely with my flowers. Better living through chemistry. That's right, Vicky. All for the good. All for the good. Good of man. I had a terrible reaction to one of my medications, and I didn't know that uh, my cholesterol medicine that I was taking, it was making me depressed. It was giving me insomnia. Uh, it was causing me to eat, and there was all these side effects, including the aches and pains it gives you. And since I've been on this diet and I lost 30 pounds, well, I took myself off my cholesterol medicine. And oh my gosh, I did not know that my medicine made me feel that bad. I am serious. I don't have any more insomnia. My my depression is so much better. It's pathetic. I'm so much sweeter and nicer, which is half the battle. Right there, right then and there, my attitude is so much better. Whew, I just did not realize that I was that sick. And so I went back to my doctor and I told her what I did. And my cholesterol with my new diet, went down from 365 to 300. So I thought that was a good enough reason to take myself off of the medicine. I'm telling you, it was something, and I did not realize it. So she wanted me to go back on my cholesterol medicine, and plus she had me on two different kinds of cholesterol medicine. So I was like double whammy. And so I she wanted me to go back on my cholesterol medicine, but I am choosing to go another 6 months to see if I can improve it, continually improving it. Because I didn't gain that weight overnight. So I'm not going to lose it overnight. So I didn't gain all that cholesterol in my blood system overnight. And it's going to take more than just 6 months for it to get out of my system. And I think it's still in my system, and I think I can improve it. So that's my yes, I really believe that too. And so I go back in another 3 or 4 months to get some more blood work done, and we'll see. She wanted me to go back on it, but I chose not to go back on it for my own sanity reasons, and I would much rather die happy and without the weight and without the depression than to die fat and unhappy. And that's my attitude. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh heavens! At least Joe, it won't be death. I won't die from Joe strangling me or killing me from being so ugly. But he can even tell, a big difference in me since I've been off the medicine, and I think he agrees with me, even though I probably do need to take something because. But I really believe that I can fix it. I'm hoping that I can still continue to fix it. It's very hard, and of course my diet is a significant problem, of it all. Oh wow, Sherry, bald patches on your head from medication. I believe it. I believe it. And it's not from pulling your hair out. Okay. I will, Teresa. I mean, Lisa, I'll be glad to look at those videos. I listen to Dr. Berry, Dr. Berg, Dr. Axe, and on the keto diet that I'm on. And it's not necessarily just the keto diet. It's it's no more fast foods, no more junk food, no more sugar, which is very hard. No more bread. I don't eat any more bread. I don't eat any sugar anymore. And the worst thing that I do eat is it's the creamer in my coffee, and I'm allowed to have full fat creamer on this diet. So I'm just limit myself to my creamer. But this is probably the worst thing that I eat all day long is my creamer. Okay, go get a potato. You go get a potato chip, I bet. A bag of potato chips. Okay, Barry. See you in a minute. Yes, I did not realize that, Vicky. And I'm a a medical professional, and I don't know why I never looked it up. I just took it, and I just uh, wanted my lab work to come back better. Yeah, and there is. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I do the keto diet, and it's not just protein, all meat. I do eat a lot of protein, but I also eat vegetables, and I limit myself to the higher cholesterol vegetables and try to eat the less of the carbs. I watch my carbs, and but I do eat a lot of fruit. I stick to the berries. I did have an orange this week. It's not that I don't eat other fruits. It's just that I try to watch the carbs, and that's the natural sugar in the fruit. So I try to balance it. Yes, yes. And if I'm hungry, I eat. And if but when you're not on the carbs, you don't crave the food. I can vouch for that. You don't get hungry when you don't eat potato chips and salty stuff. You don't crave it. And if I break down, and this past couple of weeks we've had company, we've gone out to eat, um, and I'm kind of off of my diet. Um, the way I like to be on it, and I've been craving bread because I've been eating bread. So, oh, okay, Vicky. Vicky's husband can't take cholesterol medicine because of his heritage. Okay, and it causes joint pain. Yes, it does. And my mom has fibromyalgia, and she could not take the Lipitor that I was taking. I was taking Lipitor, and I was taking a lower amount than what she was on. But my mom also takes three different blood pressure medicines to keep her blood pressure down. She has a terrible hereditary blood pressure and cholesterol problems, and I've inherited the cholesterol. And she couldn't take it because of the joint. Yes, and my doctor wanted me to increase mine, and I couldn't because of the joint. It hurts my legs if I take too much of it. So she added another cholesterol medicine to me, but I'm not taking them now. Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, oh, well, Barb's on the keto diet. Okay, it's a good diet if you go about it in a good way. It's not. Some people say, "Oh, all you do eat is meat." Well, that's not really true. Uh, and I do eat a lot of meat. I eat a lot of salami. I eat a lot of pepperoni. I eat a lot of beef, and I eat a lot of chicken. I do the variety, and I eat fish. And but I don't eat any more bread unless I go unless I cheat. If I cheat, I do eat bread. and and you got to have some cheat days. You got to have some. relaxed time, But but I had pizza one night. We had some pizza, and I ate a piece of it. I couldn't stand it. I ate a salad, and I was sitting there, and everybody was eating the pizza. Well, the next thing I knew, I had a piece of pizza in my hand, and I had the terrible week. It was a terrible week, but uh, but it's a lifestyle, a choice. It's my choice, and it's my lifestyle. And I do much better when I eat my own food. Eating out is not an option, a good option for me, unless I know I can get a good salad and some good veggies that go along with my happy diet. But there's this one restaurant called Blackbeard's down here, and it's a family owned seafood joint, and they've got the best homemade sweet rolls in the world, guys. And there's no way I can go in there and not have a sweet roll. But I try not to eat out, and I definitely do not ever eat any more fast foods. Never ever will I touch fast foods again. I will not let that happen to me again. Um, no McDonald's and no Taco Bell. No, Propel is good. Yeah. Uh, I drink a lot of coffee now, and oh, the cypress oil. Let's see what she say about the cypress. Coconut oil with cypress oil, and it works to promote circulation. Okay, okay. I use a lot of coconut oil. When I fry foods or fry anything, I do not use vegetable oil anymore. Throw it out. It's bad. It's bad for your health. If you're going to use any kind of oil, use your avocado oil, uh, olive oil, coconut oil, but don't you ever use the vegetable corn oil. It's chemical. It's not natural. It's got so much additives in it. It's bad for you. I do use a lot of essential oils, but since I don't take my cholesterol medicine anymore, I don't have any more leg cramps. Yes, I have that kind of oil. Yes, Teresa. I use coconut oil to cook with, and then I also have some refined coconut oil that I use in my essential oils. I do use essential oils. Okay. Yes, yes, Curly, I agree. You can you can get a veggie wrap or a chicken wrap or something of a wrap. You can do that, but my body, I do better at home. Hi, Car Chick. Hi, Josie. We're playing a game. Are y'all ready for another prompt? We got off on keto. Sorry. I'm ready for another prompt. I got my butterflies down. My recycle. I got my recycle. We're just on the fifth prompt. If you want to join in, you can play catch up as fast as you can. Here are the prompts. It's yellow and green, deli or wax paper, pencils, and recycled. Yeah, well, I can do lettuce. I have no problem with lettuce and spinach and all that. I have no problem with that stuff. It does not hurt me at all. Uh, but I don't do the flour tortillas anymore like I like. I don't do flour. Okay, Barb's ready. We've talked so much. Sorry. Okay, we have a wild card, ladies and gentlemen. A wild card. That means you get to do anything you want on your paper. A wild card. If Mary was here, she would be using gold. Let's see. What can I do? If you all want to shout something out, what you think I should do, shout something out and I'll do it. I'm up for the challenge. I could do a stamp. I could do a stencil. I could do gold. Draw a border. Okay, I can do a border. I know, Barb. We're all chit chatting, aren't we? It's all good. It's all good. But I've tried a lot of different diets and I've done Weight Watchers and I lost weight. And this is very similar to Weight Watchers because Weight Watchers had you eat 5 fruits and vegetables a day with your dinner time meal. So Weight Watchers is very similar to keto. It's very similar. And you have to find that happy medium with what works for your body. A border. I'm going to do a border. That's what she said. I can do a border. Hey, I got this fancy new ruler at the secondhand store, and I can use this for my border. How about that? And I can use my Inktense pencils. How about them apples? This border, this ruler will also tear paper. You can take and tear paper with it, and it tears the paper like this design. But I just thought it was a nice ruler. It was copper. Lisa likes copper. Copper. Wow, that was cool. It didn't work. Now let's try something else. We can try something else. I'm going to try ripping it. Well, it's ripping it all right. It's ripping it apart. I guess I don't know my own strength. Yeah, Judy, we're doing probably 8 to 10 prompts. Oh, Shauna had her grandkids today, and it was bath time. Oh, I used to love bath time. Then we got to snuggle afterwards. We picked out about 8 to 10 prompts to do, and this is what we've done so far: yellow and green, deli and wax, pencils, recycle something, and then a wild card. That's what we've done so far. That's what we've done. And for my wild card, I am adding a border. There's my kitty cat. Come here. Come here. I hear you. Come say hello. Come say hello. Okay, that's fine. Becky, that's okay. So, okay. I got all these little pieces now. I can use them. Okay, I'm pretty much done. No, you wouldn't, Teresa. You wouldn't drown your kids. You wouldn't do it. There's something happens when you become a grandma. You just fall in love with them every time you hold them. Okay, I'm ready. I don't have any kids either, but I got 4 grandkids. I claim them. Joe and I got a late start. He'd already had kids. Yeah, I was forever an auntie too. Fill them full of sugar and then send them home. Uh huh. Yeah, I've done that before. Well, I hear you. Come on. Well, come here. Abby, are you blocking her? Come here. Come on. Okay, I'm going to get ready to pull the next one. If you're not ready, you can write it down and catch up, okay? If you're not ready, it says use a stencil Use a stencil. I can do that. Oh, you know what? I've got a couple of stencils that say something. Like words. See if I can find them. And I haven't used them. Let's see. I've used the smile. Let's use some of these words. Now let's see. What color could I use? A real pretty blue. I hear you crying. Come here. Come hither, my kitty cat. Come hither. I know it. I know it. I hear you. I hears you. See here. That's not going to work. It's not going to work because I have too much wax paper. That one's better. Using a stencil. Well, for one thing, I think my paint is too watery. It's not a good thick paint. Let's try a different color. I hear you. Come here, kitty kitty. Holly. Kitty 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 kitty. Come here. Come here. Okay, I used a stencil. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. I didn't do very good. Hi, Jennifer. How's Jennifer doing? We're playing a prompt game. Here we go. If I have to, I think I can maybe go over the hope in black. This one worked out, but the rest, these two were blurry, so maybe I can cover them up. Well, Jennifer, goodness gracious, but you're okay. Oh my heavens. Then you had a tooth extracted. My gosh. Let me know when some of y'all are ready. Oh, you got a whiplash. Well, that's not fun. I've had a whiplash before, and that's not fun. It takes a long time sometimes for that to get cured up. Yes, it does. Well, it's better late than never, Jennifer. We're glad you're here now. My goodness, I've never had 34 of y'all in the room. Can you imagine that? Thank you for everybody for being here. I appreciate you all in the background watching, and I guess you're probably eating your dinner. Who's ready? I'm ready. I'm pulling another one, and if you're not ready, write it down, and you can play catch up. Oh my gosh, we've certainly got our fair share of pencils and pens tonight. It's pens and ink. Now, you can use any kind of pen, any kind of ink. If you want to spray ink or write ink, you can use jelly ink, your jelly ink pens. You can use your colored ink pens. You can use any kind of ink pens, any kind of a pen. Your Posca pens work. I'm going to get my Posca pens out. Pens and ink. I've got some Posca pens. Looky here. First ones are grabbed. Hi, kitty, kitty. My kitty cat came in the room. She finally got back here. She gets out there in the hallway and she just expects me to come out there all the time. Come on. Abby's not bothering you. See if these work on the wax paper. I need to get some buttons or something going on here. See if that stays on the wax. We'll see. Pens and ink. Did you finish your pens and ink yet? I'll give my butterflies some antlers or antennas or whatever they were supposed to be. Feelers. Okay. Draw again. Oh, okay. Sorry, Barb. Okay, Barb wants me to draw again. And the next one is the alternate is lace and ribbon. Lace and ribbon. Pens and ink or lace and ribbon. I'm going to do both because, you know, because I can. There's no rules in art except to have a good time. I just happen to have this bag of lace right here. Just happens. Let's see if I can find something good. I got a lot of this. See if I can find the end. Here's the end. Little lace. Little lace will be good. But I'm going to use the tacky glue. I tell you, I've been going through the tacky glue. I'm going to have to get me another bottle. I think I'm getting low. Everybody's been doing all these Hobby Lobby shoppings. I've been trying to stay away. I haven't gone to Hobby Lobby for a while. Trying to stay good. But last month I did order from Mr. Richard Blick's store. We try not to say his name. We don't want to get censored. Joe's on the lawnmower. Can you all hear the lawnmower? He's a diehard. He's got headlights on his lawnmower. I think he just does it because he can. He thinks it's cool to drive on the lawnmower in the dark. You can hear it. Okay. Yep, that's him. I think he's got. He was going to put the doors on my wardrobes, but he since I went online, he had to go outside. Plan B. So maybe he'll do them after I get off. They're already put together. They just have to put the doors on the front of them now. And you know what? They don't send directions with all of these counters, with these cabinets anymore. You have to download them yourself online. They have all of the manuals online, and one of them had the manuals, but the first one we opened didn't have the manual to it, so we had to download 26 pages. And I went ahead and printed them out because Joe's got to have a visual. He's got to have it in his hand. He just can't go back and look at it. They were complicated to put together. So anyway, they're together except for the front doors. And he's decided to go ahead and put them in here before he puts the doors on. They're going to be nice. So I'm going to be busy tomorrow for sure, stocking them up. That's going to be fun. I need some more room. That couch was taking up too much room in here. Okay, Teresa, let's change the subject. It's enough of that. That's enough of that. That's time. Let's stick to the art program here. I know it, and I do have another spare bedroom, so it's not like uh, I can't have anybody come and stay with us. But I've gotten rid of this third bedroom is my art room now, and I want to have a table that I have my projects are on. That I don't have to put them away. I can leave them out and work on them. And so this is going to make it so much nicer. And I've got like 2 or 3 stools in here, so if somebody comes over and wants to do some artwork with me, we'll have a table to work on. So I'm looking forward to it, the extra cabinet space. And my goal is to get things out of my closet that I can't get to. I can't physically get to it, because if I do, it's going to be like a craft lunch. And this way I can thin my closet out, because my closet is full from the floor all the way up to the ceiling with shoe boxes and different containers. So I'm going to get that all cleaned out, put them in the wardrobes, and and clean out my closet. Yes, yes, because I do have some people who like to come and do things, and so yeah. And last year, Joe made me a couple of easels, and they would sit up on the tables and stuff. Okay, Vicky. And so yeah, I'm liking my page, guys. Are y'all ready for another prompt? Well, you're not too far from me, Jennifer. I'm just down here in Florida. You got to go swimming sometime. I'll have you come down and stay with me. Yeah, I think it would be awesome. Okay, got some readies. I'm going to pull another one, and it's called finger dots. You know what that means? Every time I do finger dots, I do bees. Finger dots. I could do finger dots in the middle of my flowers. I think that's what I'll do. I'll use maybe I'll use something different like black. Okay. Strawberries are good. I've been eating strawberries too, Barry. All right. Barry's going to go get a bowl of strawberries. Finger dots. Uh-oh. My iPad died. I need to put some power to it. It'll just be up in a minute. I'm going to use the black and do some finger dots. And I even have a little spongy thing I can do it with. I know I'm supposed to use my fingers, but oh well. This was just laying there doing nothing. You know, I'm going to have to throw it away anyway because it's all dried up. Oh, yeah, that makes it look a lot better. Yeah, I like that. Let's see if I can get my iPad to turn back on. My battery went dead. It has to reboot. Okay. Yeah, if once I get these wardrobes all cleaned up and stocked up, I'm going to have so much more room in here. It's just the couch was really taking up a lot of room, and it was a queen size couch. It folded out to be a queen size bed, so it was a pretty good size couch, and it's going to be all right. It's going to be good. I got a table underneath my window that is just piled so full of stuff you can't even see the table. The table's gone, and I want to be able to get my stuff out. And I've got a, a one of those selfie sticks that goes up underneath the window um, that I can attach my camera to. So I want to be able to take my camera over there or over here or on the art table. I've got a tripod. I can do that. And so, yeah. So I like my page now. Now that I got my iPad back up and running, now I got to find the channel. Details, details. Okay, that's really eight and an alternate. We've got one more alternate left. Are y'all interested in it? And I did not know. I haven't seen this pen in a long time. It's just a black pen. I thought it was a white pen at first. Well, Okay, let's do the last one then. It's the last alternate. Sherry, here's my butterflies with the antlers. There's one and there's one. I recycled these butterflies. They were the negative space. I need to go over them with my ink pen. Well, Holly, Barry is watching the show, and he's been very good. He's been very polite. He's eating. He's got a bowl of strawberries, and now he's going to get some bread. Yeah. Every now and then, I get young kids in my room. Uh, there's several boys that come in, and they like to watch the art, and they behave. So that's the main thing. Thank you, Holly. You're being protective. I know what you are. You're protecting me. Well, yeah, it's the same thing. Antennas, antlers, feelers. Aren't they? Hi, Susan. I made some flowers. Yeah. Okay, Sherry. You live in Alabama? So anyway, here's the last one, and it's called sponge. Use anything with the sponge. Paint with the sponge. Make designs with the sponge. A bingo doll, but for dots. Yep, that's a sponge. I used a recycled this art sponge, and I did my dots. And I'm going to go ahead and doodle on my butterflies because I don't think that you all can see them like you should. How's that? Can you see them now? Do I need to paint them in? It's kind of a simple page. Here's my hope. Hope and dream are my words. That's okay. I like it. Antennas is what's on your trailer. Antennas are on the roof, and rabbit ears are on top of the TV. Antlers are on the wall, and we named our deer Bucky. Uh huh. I think it's cute. It's worked out okay. It's colorful. I'm glad I didn't overdo the color. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. Turned out real good. Let's see. I can do a flip through for with my my Home Depot book for you. We got a few minutes. We could chit chat for a few more minutes. And I guess if you want, I can take and I'll post all of these prompts on my description below after I get offline for those who want to play again later. So I'll lay these over there by my keyboard. But this is my little Home Depot book, and I'm just about done with it. I've got this page to finish, and you know what? Maybe I'll do it right now. I got some things. I got some things from some Happy Mail, and I think I'm going to use some of them. Well, I think that's a good idea, Holly. Paint them. That's right. They all cross the Rainbow Bridge. Let's see. I'm going to use this. I got these press-ons, and I'm just going to use a few of them. And this reminds me of a cluster, and I've been wanting to make some clusters. So let's make a cluster. You need you need a little bit of fabric. I've got some fabric. Let's make a cluster. And a little bit of lace. I found this fabric, and I think a cluster is just a conglomeration of stuff that you have laying around. And I've got some different things in here I can use. Let's see what we can find. Let's see. I'm going to get a snippet of this. What else is in here? Just some snippets. And there's some lace and maybe some rickrack. And I think it's just kind of like a variety of stuff. Of whatever you sort of have on your table. Let's start off with that. You could even use paper pieces. You can even use a little bit of paper pieces on your but a cluster is just a conglomeration of odds and ends items that are kind of on your table. And you put them together to make something. Just put it together. You might be shapes. It could be flowers. It could even be a strip of paper. Same thing with the fabric. Snippets, that's what I call it. Snippets. And you can do several at a time. It doesn't have to be all different. They can be a variety. And you can even tie it together with some buttons. And I've got some cute buttons. Look at these buttons. And I've got some that are like flowers, some flower buttons. And maybe we can use some of those. See if I can't make some clusters is what we want to make. I'm going to use some other kind of buttons. Okay, that's enough of that. And what else can we use for our I can use some safety pins and put some beads on them. Woohoo! I love to use beads. I've got these safety pins. I got 2 different sizes. And they're the kind of safety pins that have no wire or ring at the end. So that means I can put some tiny beads on here. And then when I use the pin part, the beads will come to the front of the safety pin. And that's what they're for. They're for decoratives. So I'm going to try those. Cut 2 sizes. And I also have some cat buttons. Got a kitty cat button. Here's the front side. Focus, meow. And then there's the back side, which is got one of them doodads on the back. I'll use him. Let's see what we can do. And I have seen people put their clusters together, and they can use you can tie them together by sewing them, gluing them, stapling them. I've seen all kinds of ways of putting your little clusters together. Thanks, Barry. Yeah, those safety pins are really cute. And what I like to do, I've got just to happen to have a bead box. I'm going to move this book out of my way so you all can sort of see what's on my table. But I'm going to put a couple of clusters on here that I want you to be able to see what I got. Put the paint away up so I won't spill it. And on the safety pins, I'm going to use the real small beads because it's a small safety pin. If you got too big of a bead, it won't go around the bottom curve. So when I safety pin it onto something, the beads are going to go on the part that's going to show. Because when you pin it onto something, this is going to be hidden to the back. So these beads are purposely for, these safety pins are purposely for beads. And you can use ribbons and do other things with your safety pins. And sometimes the beads, especially if they're certain size, they won't go around the corner of the bottom. You got to work it, open it up a little bit to get the bead on there. So when I get ready to use my safety pin, you know, these beads will show. They'll show up on whatever I pin it to. It's an art thing. Okay, Becky, got to go clean up the kitchen. Get ready. Yeah, I understand that. Good night, Becky. See you tomorrow. Becky will be on tomorrow night. She streams. If any of you haven't clicked on Becky's picture, she streams. I was telling everybody earlier to click on each other. Support each other. Sometimes I can't get the bead to go around the bottom part. You got to open it up a little bit further. Well, that one won't go around the corner, so I have to get another one. If they're too fat, they won't go around the corner. All right, I got two. That's enough. That's enough of that. Now, the fun part is getting everything ready for your clusters, and so I've got some beads, and they're going to be on top. The safety pins will be towards the top, so you can see those. And I've got some thread, and I can get my thread on my needle. I got a big eye needle here. And I'm just going to use this vintage thread that I have. There's a cat button, and there's some paper and some snippets of fabric. And I've got some lace I need to trim. Get some trimmings here. I don't know how many I'm going to make. And I'm just going to take my rickrack and cut it up in little snippets. And the idea is to do it in layers. So you start with the back, which is probably something big, either the ribbon, the fat ribbon, or the fabric. And let's get some of this ribbon. And you can always trim it if it's too big. You can trim it as you go. But I just got some, and this is real big, and I think I'm going to try to maybe, you can even do some shapes. I'm going to try cutting a couple of hearts. See if I can do a heart. Yeah. Okay. Not as good as I wanted it, but it'll work. It'll work. Okay, I think I can do one more heart. Okay, now let's see if we can put it together. What else can I use? I think I need something like a white lace or something antique. What, baby? I hear my baby. I hear my baby. Are you hungry? Huh? Are you hungry? Yeah, I hear you. You want to say hello to everybody? You stay in here, I will. I think she left. She's begging. She's begging for something. She either wants to go out or she wants a snack. Yeah, I could do that too on my fabric. Yes. I think that makes it look good when you do that. Good idea. Good idea. I can take a pen and do it too. Ruffle your edges up a little bit. And you can also use maybe some pinking shears. I've got pinking shears. That'll make the edges look good too. See, that looks good to me too. And let's just do that. It's quicker. These these are for only material. Paper will dull your fabric scissors. Alrighty. So I got these. And I got these. Let's see if I can ruffle these up. This is a kind of a ribbon. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, put a little fringe on it. So I think the idea is to put the bigger ones on the bottom, and then you kind of go around in a circle, and then you use the next size. Throw in a piece of this, and I've got it like in the middle where I know where the middle is, and you just keep adding little snippets to it for a cluster. You may want that on there and maybe not. Uh, I don't think I do. And see the lace, you can see through it. And then your needle will go through it. And I'm not going to pull it all the way through. Just, I'm leaving this tail on top for a reason. And then I can tie the last of my string. I'm going to go through again to secure it, and then I'm going to end up with my string on top, two strings on top, and I can tie my button on with a bow. So I'm going to go up in one side of my button and push my other string up, and since it's just a decorative thing, it's not like I'm going to be using the button for a coat or anything, for a hole. It's not going to really be holding anything. It's kind of sitting there for looks. So I'm going to tie a knot, and then I can tie a bow. And there's just one more little decorative thing on top of my cluster. And then when I get my bow tight, I like to take my two ears and loop them in a knot, and it will secure my bow and it won't come untied accidentally. So my bow will always be there. And if you didn't catch that, I will do it again in just a moment. So I got my cluster and I kind of went around in a circle with it. And I used a variety of items, but I kept my center so that when I sewed it together, it caught all layers. And then I have a safety pin that I can pin on top on the side, and I just need to go through a couple of layers. I don't need to go through all of it. Just put my safety pin on there, and it lays there on the side. And that is a cluster. It's just a variety of conglomeration. Yes, they look great on a pocket or tucked in a journal. Okay, Barb. Thank you, honey, for posting your page. If anybody else wants to post their page on my Facebook page, you're welcome to. Hi, Blue. Yeah. So that was my first cluster, and I was going to put it in my book. I was going to put it in my book. And you can just glue it down or put it anywhere you want. And I don't know that I need that right there. I'd rather put my cluster there. And I'm just going to glue it in with some tacky glue. Put a big dot right there. So I got a heart, and I got some lace, and I got some green fabric and some pink fabric. I've got 2 different colors of rickrack. I got a safety pin with some beads and a button with a bow. Oh, good, Blue, from last week. Okay. On Saturday nights we play bingo, and I give stickers out for the prizes. And sometimes I stick a little bit of ephemera in there. Nothing, it's nothing major, but we have a good time on Saturday nights. Well, that's great. That's great, Azure. Azure is Azure Muse is Spanish for blue. Blue happiness, I think. You're welcome. Barry's been doing nothing but eating the whole time and watching us. Thank you, Barry, for watching the art game and for us doing a little bit of crafty stuff. I'm gonna make another cluster and see what else I can make. I'm going to fringe this little piece. Abby's got her tags are chiming. Can you hear Abby scratch? She says if you had this much hair on your body, you would be scratching too. That's what she says. Well, next time, Barry, next time you come in and play, you'll have to play with us and post your art page. Barry, how old are you, Barry? We want to know. The girls want to make fun of you. And let you know that these girls are probably old enough to be your grandmother. So don't get any bright ideas. But I have several young men that come into my show, and I encourage it if they want to draw or. And I have just to let you know, I do have young women that come in and they do their artwork electronically on their iPads. He's 14. Okay. Well, thank you for letting the girls play. They want to try to start trouble is what they're going to get sent to the corner if they're not careful. But we're just teasing you, Barry. We want you to stay and we want you to do your art. Encourage you to do art. And the art is for anybody, whether you're a girl or boy. And we have men that come in our groups too. So we encourage. It's a family show. We encourage Holly to keep it family related, right, Holly? That's right. So anyway, I am making a cluster for those of you that just came in, and I'm going to make another one. I'm going to try that and some of this and a little of that, and I feel like I'm missing something. I never did put that paper on there. I'm going to try paper this time, and then I got this wood button, and it looks like the face of a clock. And it's a button. So I'll give it a try. And I'm going to tie my button on. Maybe. Oh, yeah. We're going to tie it on. Now, this is vintage thread, and it's dry rotted. I pulled it too tight. But that's okay. It won't hurt a thing. I'm just going to snip it and redo it. No harm done. I just can't pull that tight. I can still do it. I'm not going to give up just yet. One more try. No, I'm not going to throw it away, Susan. I'm just not going to pull it as tight. It's vintage. But I'm not making a dress. I'm just crafting. But I can tell you that this thread is probably over 100 years old because I know where I got it from. Came out of some grandma's attic, and it used to be her mother's. So it was like a great grandmother. I just won't be so rough with it. There we go. Now I've got another bead of safety pin beads, and I'll stick it right here. Now I made a bow, and it's too tiny that I can't tie another knot, so I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on there so the bow won't accidentally come untied. So the glue will dry clear. And there's a cluster. It's a cluster, all right. And I just thought of something else I could use in my clusters, and it would be a doily. I could use a doily in my clusters. And take and cut your doily like a pie, and you can get several little quarters out of it. And there's some more things to make a cluster out of. So, poor people's brooches, yeah. It's just crafts. I keep saying, I keep telling everybody, I'm a crafter. I'm not an artist. I'm a crafter, and there is a total difference. There is a difference. I don't think that I'm good at anything in particular, but I can glue good. Bye, Barry. Thanks for hanging out, Barry. We're getting ready to go off here pretty soon. Hi, Christy. How you doing, Christy? We're making clusters right now, Christy. They're watching me pull thread and break thread, and yeah. Let's see here. One of these, and maybe one of these. I don't think there's any right or wrong. It's just there. Now what do I do with my needle? I gotta get some more of this rotten thread. And then my cluster fell over. See if that'll work. Christy, ready, ready, ready. We've already played the game. Oh my gosh, Christy. You know what you're going to have to do is watch the from the beginning. We played the game early. Oh man. I can tell you the prompts. I can let you play by yourself while I make these clusters up. Yeah, I can do that. You got your paper ready. Okay. The first prompt is yellow and green. And my page is over here drying. Here's what I did, Christy. The first prompt is yellow and green. Yeah, I'm making clusters, Brittany. Hi, Nettie. Christy just came in, and I think she didn't know we've already played the game. But you can play. Go ahead, Christy. I'm not going anywhere. Joe's outside, so I have time. Yellow and green. Here is mine. I'm going to add this guy to it. I got to sign it. This was a pick 8. And the date is June the 25th. Where has this month gone? Man. It's cute. It's all right. It was a prompt game. They all turn out cute. So anyway, I'm making these little clusters up. And I got a problem with this old thread. It wants to break. So I had to be real careful. So let me know when you're ready. I'll give you another prompt. Oh, Holly's going to give them all to you. Okay. I know, half of a year already gone. Write them down, Christy, and you can go real fast or real slow. I haven't even seen Cheryl tonight. Where has Cheryl been? Has she been here? Was she here earlier? I missed my Cheryl tonight. She might be lurking though. And she's been having some family things going on, a lot of family stuff. I missed her. I didn't see her. If she was here, she was in the background. So there's another cluster. I like the safety pins on them. I'm going to have to do some more safety pins. Okay. I'm going to make some more safety pins. There's just some things you just got to have on it. And it doesn't work if without the beads, it's boring. And then when you get low on your supplies, you just add something else to it, a different color fabric, or add something else to it in your stash, and that way all of your clusters will be a little different. Where's those safety pins? Walmart has these safety pins over in the sewing section. I found them over where the scissors were. Yes, it does. It adds fun to them. So you all can do this too. I don't know that you can use seed beads or not, though, but I do have some new glass beads. They're like bugle beads. Now, the blue is paint where they were laying on my desk. Let me open them up. They got a flip top. They're clear glass bugle beads. I don't know how they would have a machine to make these. It's amazing. But now I don't know if they'll go around the bend on my, and nope. I have to straighten it out just a little bit to get it to go around the bend, because they're like a log. They're oblong instead of round, and they won't go around that curve unless I straighten my wire out. And it just broke instead because they're glass. So I can't use the bugle beads. Back you go. We'll save you for something else. I can sew them on with my thread. We might be able to do that. We'll try it. We'll try it. Try anything once. Let's see now. Let's see. If they don't go around the corner, you got to get another bead. I need a yellow one. Get a rainbow going on there. Let's see where we're going to put it. Oh, yeah. That's what it needed. That's what it needed. This is a little yellow button. Can't hardly tell. It looks off white or something, but it's real pale yellow. That's good. Now with my needle, let's see. Nope. Yep. Okay. Oh. Okay, I got a small needle, but not all the beads will go on it. I'm putting a bugle bead on. But not all of them will go over the needle. I guess they vary in sizes. See the bugle beads? There's two little beads right there. I sewed them on. Right there. It just adds to the cluster. A wild card. I used a board. I did a border. I made a border, and it's underneath the lace because lace and ribbon was later, and then my lace went on top of the green border. Okay. Now I can tie this off. There. There's my cluster. So there's really no end to what you can do. I think that's plenty. That black was perfect for those little beads. I know it. I've been wanting to do them for a longest time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, this is going to be my last chance to do them for a few days because as soon as Joe gets the doors and the shelves put in that wardrobe, I'm going to be busy in here cleaning. I'm going to be slinging crafts everywhere. Going to put the books on the bottom. I got tons of books. Oh, well, okay. I can probably work that into the prize envelopes. Sure. I haven't even done my bingo prizes yet. I've got the names right here. I got four of them to do. I probably ought to quit, and but I'm not going to. I'm going to do this. I want to do something fun. I want to do something fun. Girls just want to have fun. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. Now, what did I do with my needle? Okay. Well, I cut them up. They weren't scraps when I started. I cut them up. I took a splot of fabric and cut a corner off of it, and I got ribbons and snipped them off the edges, the ends of the ribbons, and so they weren't really scrap. They were just odds and ends that I had, I suppose. I suppose. But it's anything goes form. Anything you're allowed to do, use anything on them, and the variety is what makes it interesting. It's the variety that makes it cute, I guess. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to make this one and quit. I'm getting butterfingers. So that's without the beads on it. And if you didn't want to do the little detail in the sewing part, you could just take and put a little bit of glue. You could use glitter. And I keep my glitter in a salt shaker. And I put a little bit of glue in 2 spots, and I just shake my glitter out on the glue spots. I can be very exact. There's very little glitter out around it. Put my glitter back away, and I'm done with the glitter. And I take this and shake it off in the garbage can and let it dry. Let it dry. And then this little bit of glitter is all that I wasted, which is nothing. Because if you had to use the old pie pan method, and where you pour it out on the pie pan and you shake it, and then you got to put everything in the pie pan back in the jar, the glitter jar, with the salt and pepper shaker, it's no muss, no fuss. Joe's in the house. Hi, Joe.
Hi, ladies.
He's laughing at me. He's laughing. I know it. Isn't that cute? It really added it. So anyway, that's all I'm going to do tonight, guys. I'm going to save these little clusters and put them in an envelope that I just happen to have for the next little cluster. So nothing is wasted.
You're the cluster buster.
Nothing is wasted. And it's all there for the next time I want to throw one together. That's it. So, how about that? I think the glitter really adds a little sparkle to it. And the flatter I make them, and this one is really flat, I could put these in envelopes with my prizes. So that's a good idea. I'll do that, Colleen. I got 4 prizes to go out from the Saturday night's winners. Dom's asleep. I do too, Susan. It just it just it brings the pink out in it. There's so much pink, little bit of pastel pink. The camera doesn't do it justice. It really doesn't. But you can see the layers of both fabrics. The pink fabric, which is on the very bottom, you can see that around the edges, and I can see that little green underneath the lace. I love that. Now, I really love that. That is one of my favorites. But now these are cute too. But I'm not liking this this satin lace. I'm not liking that. It looks like a butterfly or something over there. It's cute. It's fine. But I like all the rest of it better. I like this side real well. That's my favorite side. Of course, if I wanted to, I could just take and snip that off and 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 I would like that much better. Hey, it's my cluster. I can do anything I want to. But I do. I like it better now. Get it to focus up real good. Oh, yes. Isn't that cute with the beads? Oh, I like that. And here's the other one. And I like this one real well too. And this is the one I sewed the little beads on. And if you don't want to sew, you can do a little glitter. And you can also do a little glitter glue. If you have these, if you have these glitter glue, guys, if you have any glitter glue, you can just add a dot of glitter glue, like on the edge of something, one little dot. Now you'll have to let it dry. And I put that on that paper doily that I had there. And this is a good idea too. Put it on something that shows. Now that is cute too. Look at this. I love it. And it'll dry and it's glittery. You can also use nail polish, guys. If you have any nail polish, you can add some nail polish to it. I got my nail polish at the secondhand store for like 50 cents a bottle, and they were like halfway used. And I use them to paint my brads to give different color of brads on the gold brads that you buy. You buy a whole box of, they're all like that coppery gold color or silver. And then you can paint the ends of your brads and make different colors. And I use my nail polish that way too. So this would be another good thing. You could add a drop of nail polish on it. Lots of ideas. It's art is endless. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that too. Go ahead and glitter your lace up. Or you could just wait and put it where you want on the end, on the edges, or not. This one looks good without any glitter. I like the colors in it. Focus. That little green fabric on top of the pink fabric is cute. And this one has a piece of paper on it. And that blue rickrack, it looks good. The colored beads are enough on this one. I like it. So they can be, they can all be different. Okay, we can do that, Susan. I want to do some more things. I want to get to my my clipboard and do things with you, but but I'm everybody wants to play a game. And there's no way I'm touching bingo night. No way. But I could do it for a half hour before we play. I can do it for a half hour before we play. I'll make some more clusters Thursday. Yeah. I'll post it in my Facebook that Thursday before the game we're going to make clusters. So get your odds and ends together. Fabric, lace, glitter, glue, nail polish. I'll make a little list. And all of y'all are in my Facebook page, so you should get it. Okay, we'll do that Thursday, and we're going to take a break from the tags for a little while. I love doing them cat tags. They were so fun, and they became popular. Like it snowballed, like they became more popular and popular and popular. And yes, number one, that's going to be the first item needed is old thread. Number one, you must have the old thread. Well, what I can do, I'll do it in tomorrow afternoon. I've got an appointment in the morning, but I'll post a picture of some of the art supplies, and I'll make an announcement and post it on my Facebook page. And I'll have this sitting in the picture too, because everybody knows what this stuff is. But it's just dry rotted. But it works perfect. I like the color of it, and I like the size of it. It's thicker than regular sewing thread. Yeah, and I've got different colors of this stuff. I got all kinds of it. I got it in pink and blue and green and purple and yellow. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'll do that. Okay. That sounds fun. Sounds like a plan. And but I'd love to get to some of the art projects on my uh, clipboard. Actually, this is one on my clipboard. I've got clusters on here. See, it's number 1. It's already number 1. Let's see, mermaid coloring pages. That is done, completed. Cat tag book is completed. UFOs. That's unfinished art projects. Yeah. Oh yeah. Crochet thread is perfectly fine. Any kind of embroidery thread, uh, any kind of thread, sewing thread. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And so, yeah, good. Okay. Thursday, we're going to do the clusters. Number 1 on the list. But I've got 2 pages of stuff to do with y'all. I I used to do crafts for the nursing home before I left to come down here. I did crafts at the nursing home for 5 years, and I only did it twice a month. And I never did anything twice unless it was a unless it was bracelet beading. Um, Beads was a popular hobby. They loved beads, and I'd get the pony beads and the bigger hole beads, and I would give them a elastic, and I would put glue on the end of the elastic and put a pony bead at the other end so they could lace their beads. They loved the beads, the elderly, and if this was an assisted living home, so a lot of these women were like 70s and 80s. I had a few 90s, but they were still able to do things with their hands, and they couldn't see, but if we had the lights on, were bright, and there were holes were big enough, they could work the pony beads, and they loved my beads. So I took them at least 3 or 4 times, at least once a year. I did my beads because it was a popular demand, and then they got to wear them. And the men that came in the nursing into the craft room, there was always a couple of men that liked to do it, and they would give their bracelets to the nurses. It was good. It was all good. There was in the nursing, the assisted living place that I went to, there was 36 rooms. So they could have been 36 residents. And I always had anywhere from 5 to 10 that would come back and play. Yeah, I did. I did. I enjoyed it. And I took Abby. Abby was a therapy dog, and she's retired now. But uh, I took her to doggy school and got her certified as a therapy dog, as a comfort dog, and she was allowed to go in their rooms. I'd always would knock and ask permission first, because you never know if somebody was allergic or anything, or if they didn't really want the animal there. And I was very considerate. And then I had a couple of residents, men and women, that loved Abby, and and if I knew them and knew who they were and knew where the room was and knew where Abby was, I could leave Abby, and she would snuggle up in the bed with him and take a nap. And but I wouldn't do that to just any patient because uh, Abby's my dog. She's I'm her protected, and I wouldn't want to put her in any harm's way because you never know. Somebody might get confused or whatever. So I was selective on where I would leave her, but most of the time she stayed with me in the craft room, and and if I left her in a room with somebody that I knew and that I known had known for a long time, and I could trust them, then they would like bring her back in a half hour. They would bring her back to the room where I was. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But but it was a hobby for me. I wasn't paid. I was a volunteer, and I don't know, I just got Abby involved when she was a puppy, and we started out visiting someone, and I snuck her in my purse because she was like 3 months old, and then I found out that I was allowed to bring her. And then when I took her to puppy school and got her certified, I gave them copies of her papers, and they said, "Oh yeah, you can bring this dog anytime because she doesn't bite, and she doesn't bark very much unless the girls got her all riled up." Then the nurses would get her all excited and get her barking. But they had an inner courtyard, and if the Abby needed to go out, I could put her in the inner courtroom, and there was nobody out there, and it was enclosed. Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, but in the nursing home that I took her to, it was assisted living, and they got credit for coming out of their rooms. It was against the rules to hibernate in your room and not come out. So if they came out for a craft session, that was counted towards one of their outings out of their room. They were supposed to go to the dinner hall every meal, but they were very lenient. If you didn't like to get up early and you didn't want to go at 7 o'clock for breakfast, they allowed you to stay in your room, and they would order your breakfast in. And you can order your breakfast in your room and have it, by your bedside. But uh, but if but Abby got a lot of people out of their room because they would come back just to visit Abby. So she was very good at the nursing home. She was an asset, and so she did it, and she worked. She has over 100 hours of working hours on her resume, and I wrote her up. I did her a doggy portfolio of Abby. I wrote down all of the schooling that she had, and she was certified with the American Kennel Club. She had a certificate from the American Kennel Club with the gold seal on it. She's got legal tags of being a certified therapy dog, and I've got phone numbers and everything on her tags so that if anything would ever happen, I would be called. Uh, and and I had pictures in her portfolio of her with patients and residents at the nursing home, so I could show anybody who she was, and this is my dog, and I had proof that she was with people and loved on people, and people loved her and stuff, and and the patients would love to get their picture taken with her. Yeah, yeah, Holly, that happens a lot. Uh, but they're in a safe environment, and that's what counts. That the residents were in a safe environment, and that was what it's all about. I know they don't get a lot of visitors, but Abby was there to visit, and she did. She was good. She was good at her job. So. Well, listen, guys, I'm gonna. It's 10:30, so I'm gonna scoot off of here and let Joe get the drill back out. He's in here painting and touching up, and I'm gonna get my jammies on and get in bed. I'm tired. So I will see y'all tomorrow night at Aunt Beck's. She's gonna have a Dirty Dozen game tomorrow, and I don't know. I usually watch a lot of times if I'm home, I'll watch Dee Dee Willingham in the mornings, and I like to watch Janet Young. She comes on about 1 o'clock, and sometimes Jean comes on. She's the music scrapper, and I watch her. She likes to do watercolors. If you like watercoloring, so that's who I usually watch. Hi, Joan. I'm getting ready to get off. But you can watch it from the beginning, Joan. I came on at 7 and I showed Lisa's mermaid book. And then we went on in straight into the game and we got the game done. And then I made these little clusters. Look, Joan. Joan will want to see these.
What?
Oh, not Joe, Joan.
Joan.
Joan. Let me get him to focus. Wait a minute.
Take them down, 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 down.
We like this one the best, the glitter. But I like my beads. Aren't they cute? So Thursday we're going to do more clusters, Joan, just to let y'all know. Thank you, Colleen. So anyway, I'm going to go get a snack and go to bed. Yeah, you can watch. And I just started doing them. They're on my to-do list, and I'm going to do them again Thursday. We finished our cat tag book, and I did a flip through earlier, so you can watch that too. And we're going to take a break from the cat tag so I can do some other art projects. Aren't they cute? Colleen thinks I should put them in our prize envelopes. So I got to get busy. Yes. Good night. So anyway, guys, it was fun. I love y'all, and have a good rest of the night. They're saying night, Joe.
Night.
He's working on my cabinets. Woohoo! Well, I don't know that he could handle the sewing, the little dainty stuff. Susan Jarrell wants you to do clusters with this, Joe.
Oh, God.
The only thing that he would really be good at in clusters is if it was a little snack cracker with a little piece of cheese and a little piece of ham and a little piece of roast beef,
Hey, hey.
and then he could pop it in his mouth.
Funny, funny.
Holly said, Beth would sigh through the whole thing. I would. I
Yeah,
would.
I asked her about
Oh,
eating my
about what?
about eating those those things of mine.
Oh, he had these
Raisin,
raisin bagels. They were the mini
the
bagels. They
mini
weren't very.
raisin
They were only
bagels.
about this big around. And he had a bag of them in there the other day, and I spilled over, and I said I'm going to have one. I'm going to have one of them bagels. Well, you know I couldn't eat just one. So I ate 5 of them, and they were this big around. Now, come on, they weren't even as big as a
The
piece of
ideal is just to eat
toast.
one at a time.
And you're supposed to, yeah, you're supposed to eat one at a time. But I ate all 5 of them.
And when you say one, it's a top and a bottom. It's
No,
two
no,
pieces.
he wants me to cut them in half and have 2 pieces out of that.
Oh,
And
you
I,
got
no, 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 no.
Oh my gosh.
And there's more of them in the other refrigerator. I saw them.
Gotta hide the food.
But I got to get back on my keto. Well, they weren't even as big as a donut. They were small. They were bite sized. They weren't very big. 3 bites. 3 bites tops. And
They
they
was
were
just a little bit bigger
and
than
and
poppers.
that raisin and the cinnamon. Oh my god, it was so good. Oh my god. Good night, guys. I'm going.
Bye, guys. I mean, girls.
Yeah, the guys have already gone. So I'll see y'all tomorrow on the chat.